Hey everyone, I just want to start with, I am really dysregulated right now, but I'm doing the best I can. There's been more stuff that has been happening. One of my top fears is rabies, like getting rabies, or animals around me, rabies, and there was a positive case of rabies nearby, and I'm trying to not be so scared of leaving the house. Because I don't want to become agoraphobic, which I feel like I am starting to become like that. So I'm trying really hard not to give in to that feeling and the urge of staying inside, because no matter what happens, will happen regardless. Like, I can't just stay inside forever, you know. I still have to leave the house, and at some point, if I ever get a job, I'll have to leave the house. I have to leave the house to get groceries. I can't just stay inside. I made some phone calls today. 3 were for jobs that they just haven't got back to me, even though they were interested. So I don't really understand how HR works. I keep watching that video I talked about in the last video that I uploaded. I talked about how, I edited this video. It was really hard for me. But I keep rewatching the video because I can, on my channel, watch the videos that I haven't made public or haven't posted. So I keep watching the video to desensitize myself, and I think I will release it soon. It feels weird rewatching it, cause when I'm watching it, I'm watching myself in these videos, and it doesn't seem to me like I'm watching myself. It's like I'm watching another person talking. Not sure if that's because I'm autistic, or is that something other people experience as well when they watch videos of themselves. Does it seem like you're watching yourself in the video? For me, it's not like that, especially watching that video. I'm watching the video of me talking, that person talking, and it just seems really sad to me what she's saying. But to me, thinking of the memory, it is what it is. It's not I don't know, I feel like maybe that has a hand in echoism. Echoism is putting others' well-being and happiness over your own. And I do that because I know I can handle it. But the phone call, I finally made the phone call to my doctor about my premenopause symptoms. The front desk answered. I asked about if the doctor could do telehealth, because, I could just tell her my symptoms, and apparently they need to do a lab work, and I was like, how much is that gonna cost? Because I don't have insurance, because I don't have a job right now. And she checked for me, and she said that the lab work, because it's hormone testing, that it would be over $800 for testing. So I'm just not gonna do that, and I'll just do my best with trying to take care of myself and you know, because I have like 15 symptoms for premenopause. So that can't be like a coincidence and overlapping, that just like, especially all at the same time. So I'm just gonna accept that I won't be doing that, because I'm not paying $800 for a test that I probably, like, I already know that what it is. And yeah, it could be other things, but you know, I'm still dealing with all the stuff, so it's not like it'll change much by knowing. I'll just try to take care of myself better, like, you know, drinking more water, which I'll do right now. And, you know, exercise. But with the exercise, I have to leave the house. I've been looking for a treadmill. It'd be nice to really have a treadmill right now. It'd be really nice to have a treadmill right now. I've been looking for a while. But I don't want just one of those stand-up, well, like the ones where you walk on them and there's nothing to hang on to. I know I'll fall if I have one of those. And they also don't really go very fast. Like, I don't want a limit on how fast I walk. I don't want it to be hard on me, because then I won't walk on the treadmill. I added Twitch to my channel. I wanted to be able to have another form where I'm trying to talk. And you know, I'm already playing games, so why not try to multitask with talking and playing? I know people are probably not gonna view it because it's not that entertaining, but it's not really for other people to watch me. It's just like, I'll try it out and see if I can, if, you know, it helps. Because I don't, you know, talking and gaming is really hard, because I have to think about what to say and think of, you know, the buttons to push and how, looking around, and among other things like breathing and, you know, moving my mouth to talk. But it's not really something that I'm going to be doing very often, because it's still kind of stressful for me. Doing these videos is way easier than streaming, like with talking and playing games. When you're watching my content, the video that you're watching is going to be at least a week behind, because trying to think about what I'm going to talk about, then record, then edit, and editing, especially if I make a lot of long pauses, or I do a lot of stuttering, or, you know, I cough, or make some noise that's like, I wouldn't want to hear, like a sudden loud noise I wouldn't want to hear on the video that I watch, or like on YouTube or whatever. I wouldn't want to hear that, so I try to edit all that stuff out, because, you know, I want it to be somewhat enjoyable to watch. I have started to reconnect with my dad, and I haven't told him about this channel. I haven't told any of my family about this channel, because I don't want to say anything that will offend anybody. Like, I don't want to have to worry that I'm gonna offend someone by what I'm saying, because these videos I'm literally unmasking, so I'm gonna offend somebody at some point. It's just the way it is. And you know, I don't want to make anybody sad or upset. I've started to reconnect with my dad, and like, I've been reconnecting with him for a while. It's like a long process, but feel like I'm starting to get, like, he's starting to really, like, understand that, you know, my brain process is different. He, like, even told me, like, not that I didn't know, but he wanted me to know that, you know, nothing's wrong with me, and that, you know, my brain processing is different, because I was telling him about how I need routines and stuff, and not having a job has really affected that in a negative way. I've been really dysregulated because I don't have a job, and, you know, I need constant routine and structure to function. But I was thinking about telling him, I just don't know how he will react, and I don't want that to mess up what we have going on. I don't like to risk it for the biscuit, as I say. I am having a wedding ceremony soon. We got married in 2020 at the courthouse. We just wanted to, we knew that we loved each other, and we just wanted to, you know, be married. And, you know, we're already best friends, so, you know, and honestly, it didn't change anything. If anything, we've gotten closer, so that's pretty cool. We got married in Florida, and to be able to, you know, get married, I think it's mandatory, but we took this, I think it was like a 3-hour class online, you know, because of COVID. I don't know if they made it available online because of COVID, or if that was a thing already, but you know, it was just like basic, I feel like common sense stuff. But we're like, you know, we're talking about whatever it was, you know, it's there to make sure that you know that you're getting married, and that, you know, if you have an argument, just talk about it. You know, it's simple, really, like, I feel like common sense stuff. And we, like, agreed on everything. It was interesting. Not that we don't usually agree on stuff, it's just like the process of the class was really interesting. Also, the subject matter, just like I said, it felt like common sense, but, you know, I guess it's there for a reason, you know. I still recommend, if you're getting married, to, regardless of the state that you're in or wherever you are, to take some sort of like marriage class, you know, because, you know, better to know now that you don't really mesh that well, like you would think that you did, than find out later after you're already married, and, you know, the stress of getting divorced and all that stuff, you know. But luckily, we mesh really well. He's my person, and I love that. But I brought that up because we're renewing our vows, because we did the courthouse wedding. We didn't, like, say our vows and stuff. I think that's what you do. Or maybe you don't. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm planning the ceremony for that. And unfortunately, I have been planning for a while, trying to figure out, you know, all this stuff. We're not gonna do like a traditional wedding, but there are some things that I wanted to do, like the dress. Did not spend very much. I spent $500, which is amazing, apparently, for wedding dresses. I got one on Etsy. Lady was really nice, and communicative. But I'm trying to see how little I can spend. It's almost like a game where I can get this achievement. but I'm not going to compromise, you know. There's only one thing that I wanted to do that I'm not going to be able to do, which is I wanted everybody to get together and to drink some wine and listen to some music, specifically my husband's music, because he makes music, and I have always, ever since we got married, that I thought, you know, it'd be really cool if we had a real wedding, like an actual, you know, get together wedding thing, and hear his music. I've always thought that would be really cool. But when I was saying before, the unfortunate part, because I've been planning this for so long, is his mom won't be there, and because she passed away recently, and it's just, you know, sad, because, you know, the dress that I got, she wanted me to get like this peach dress, and I actually did try to get like close color, because I don't really like pink, but I've started to, like, over the years, I've started to get more okay with the color pink. But I don't really like peach, but champagne is like a peach color, like close to it, so I got a champagne color dress. There was, because of my cyst, and, you know, that whole thing, recovery, I've been, you know, running low on funds, so I have had to use the funds for, you know, food and bills and stuff, and I had to use the money I had saved for the wedding. Wynn's dad actually gave us a wedding gift, and it was money that we could use on whatever we wanted, and I really wanted to use some of it on the wedding, so I was able to get the cake. I really like the cake lady's creative personality, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what she does, because we gave her like a theme, but we gave her creative freedom. I'm very much looking forward to it. She's doing this tasting box where we can pick these flavors. I think we picked like 8 flavors, because most of the flavors that she had, I think there were like 18 flavors, and we picked like 7. We don't think is really like something for a wedding. Like, we already have sensitive stomachs, and getting something that's so like potent might not be the best idea. So I don't know, we'll see about that, about what the flavors are from the tasting box. We're supposed to go there at some point. We have to plan for it, because she has to make it, so we have to let her know a few days in advance when we want to go. But she's kind of far away. We got a photographer. She's not really expensive either. She's not, you know, the first person that I wanted, but most photographers, they charge unbelievable amount. I mean, I know that they do a lot, but like this one person, I really liked his work, like his portfolio and stuff, but he charges $700 an hour. I'm not doing that. I'm only booking this photographer for like 2 hours. I don't think we're gonna be at the venue that long, you know, and they don't need to be there the entire time. I just want some candid photos here and there. And then the venue, I could have done alcohol at the venue, but the price for having alcohol at the venue because they have to have like security personnel and like bartenders there. I don't really understand all that, but it was like the same price as booking the venue for 4 hours. And I am like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. This is like one of the cheaper venues too, which is another reason why it's kind of far away from where I am. But like I said, I'm trying to keep it as I don't want to pay so much. The main reason why I never wanted like a real wedding is because it's a lot of money to spend on one day. But yeah, it's an experience, I know that. And it's memories. I really would like to make some memories with Wynn, you know. We plan on going on a trip at some point to a couple places we've been wanting to go for a while. But you know, life is never really letting us do those kind of things like traveling, you know, because something's always going on or something like keeps us from doing it, or money. Cake, photography, venue. I'm missing something. I know I'm gonna do some flowers. I don't want the bouquet and all that. Doesn't matter to me. I was going to cater. We were gonna get Chick-fil-A chicken because, you know, we really like Chick-fil-A chicken, but it just seems like it would be such a hassle. We were also gonna do ramen, my favorite ramen, but I feel like, you know, maybe it just wouldn't be the best to do that. Going to a restaurant seems like the most stress-free option. Oh, the last thing was an Airbnb. I wanted me and Wynn to have like a lot less stress-free time, and we were finally able to get that. So, I feel like it'll be a lot easier. And now I just have to plan the day, because I had a plan, like a schedule sort. I haven't really thought about it because there's just been a lot going on, and if I put too much on my mind, it stops working. So I'm trying to not have that happen. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing alright, and I hope you have a good day.